Well, all right, folks. Last time we actually got all the front sheet metal up on this thing, and we actually got it to fire up. It's good to go, kind of. We haven't got anything else in for parts-wise that I need, like the rad. That's kind of the big one, but anyways. We have all this angle iron, and I feel like the next step, I don't know what I want to do with the fenders and stuff yet, so that's kind of, we're going to sit off of there. I do want to get rid of this angle iron thing that somebody had for like a square, fender kind of dealio on there. That's going to go. I want to take that angle iron. I want to actually build up the structure inside so we can get the floor back into it. I also want to get one of those pieces of angle across the front so we can get the front mounts done. And then we can actually get the floor put back in and tacked into place and all done kind of thing. At least get the bed floor done. Would be pretty awesome. We got the wiring going back here. I'll probably try to connect. I don't have lights. I might. I have a bin with some random lights. So we might actually get into that and try to get the taillights wired. I don't know yet. But the main focus is getting the inside of the box done. That's a big thing for me. From there, I don't really know where I'm going yet till I can find some proper fenders that I want to use in the back. So mainly just going to focus on trying to get the floors in. I actually do have some random inner tubs. They're from like a 60s pickup kind of dealio. 60s, 70s, I don't know. They're not really round. They're kind of square, or kind of like that modernish. But I might use them because I got them. They don't cost me nothing, and we'll just kind of, widen the bed up into this area closer to the frame. This is not something I'm ever going to do, but by chance at some point, or somebody else, if they ever want to put some wider tires in here, I want to at least give them the option to go up to the frame and actually put some bigger tires in. Definitely not going to happen with this motor, but that's like future-proofing it for somebody. If somebody else ever buys this thing or something ever happens, they at least have the option to put a V8, do whatever, and have the room to put some nice big tires in there. So not my cup of tea, but that's what some people like. Anyways, I guess let's just get started. First things first, we're going to cut this stuff out of there, and then we're going to start cutting up all that angle, and we're going to do this. I'll probably go outside, grab those inner fender tubs that I want to use, because there's no point putting angle all the way across, because where the wheels are, we may as well not put angle in there, because we're going to have like this inner fender tub dealio going in there. So yeah, we'll dig that out and start kind of beefing up the inside of the box, I guess. Okay. So,
what is today's plan?
Well, I started by cutting those rails off, and then Rolly came by and started welding up his stuff, so I didn't get very far. But these, I dug around last night, quickly grabbed some of these. I have a whole bunch. A buddy gave me a whole bunch of these inner fenders. I guess he was like wrecking trucks at one time. To which this is going to do really nice for our inner fenders, really. I'm going to trim them down like a lot, but I don't know that I need all of this, but it'll give me an idea. Because I definitely am not going all that. But because it cost me nothing, we're going to stick with this. So my wheel, if I just eyeball it, my wheel's right there. I guess some people would just do this. I don't want to do that. I only need a little bit. My goal is just to get this to basically fit inside the frame. So I could make the tire wider if I wanted. It's kind of where I was shooting. So I only need a very little bit of this, and I think I only need like this much of it. I don't want it like way up there. So let's be real. My wheel's like right here right now. Even if you lowered the truck 3 inches, or you, like if I go by what the suspension is showing me that it's gonna do, I don't know, we'll pretend there's a fist. It can only possibly go like that high, so let's not make my box look excessively crappy.
I was just gonna say that's a pretty excessive looking inner fender.
Step, yeah, like I don't know, I'm gonna go here, and you know what, it's not gonna go any higher than that. That's gonna go tape measure. We'll do a really spitball measurement there, and whatever it is kind of the plan. So I'm feeling, I don't know, like 5 is probably more than enough, and it wouldn't look excessively gross inside the box. Okay. Oh, we're gonna do 5. I did my measurements right. We should be pretty close. So well, I'm like 3 1/4, but we'll go with just 3 inches. That's plenty. Let's see if I got this right. No, something's a little off with the box. Oh, maybe I did it from here though. Yeah, it's about right. This quarter. And I got to do the plate. Rolly was mentioning, because I was going to get I was going to do my inside. I want to do those tubs first, so I can cut this, because I don't want to just straight put this thing right across, and I'm going to have to cut it anyways, because the tubs are going to go through. I'm going to be arching this thing out. So, and originally I want to keep this fairly tight. You can see from the flatness how much the floor goes up. If I go here, there's a bunch of difference from side to side. So then I was like, oh, maybe I'll get some 1x1, and then Rolly's like, you only have like 4 braces, so why don't you just notch these out, and then I can bring this. So I have a little bit of breathing room. That doesn't sound like a lot, but it gives me like another inch of floor. So I'll deal with that after. For now, we're going to do a guesstimate of 3 inches and 5 inches. So it's really, we're just going to be using this little schnunk out of there. I can probably take more because we can tuck it down, or I can trim it once I put the floor in. That's the big one. I'm reusing the floor. That's the plan. So. All right. I'm kind of going to start with this one because it's the most flat. And to figure out let's do some weird maths. We'll make it a little bigger than it needs to be, but at least, oh, you know what? If that's the top, we're going to go with this line, because that's 5 3/4, so that's pretty close to what I want.
Okay.
I just got to make myself a nice little mark here so I can at least follow this line off the box. Try to make it semi-straight. Just try to go with simplicity here. Simpler, the better.
There you go.
I don't know how to make this straight. The straight edge can do so much. But at some point I think I'm going to lose my straightness.
Yep.
If I kept going with this, it's like it wants to go down.
It's going to go down.
Yeah. Well, I'm okay with that, because we can always trim away. We'll eyeball it. No, it's not a very good eyeball. There you go. We'll eyeball that. That's going to be too much, but that's fine. I'm hoping eventually this will be right, and I'll keep trimming this away till it sits flat on the floor.
Okay.
That's my thought. Eyeball. And this will be my pattern for the other one. Now we said 3 inches back, but again.
use that as my... Is that? I guess so. 3? Yes, 3.
That look great.
3. Well, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm gonna make a couple marks and then hopefully I should do it a little more. I can always trim, but I'll stick with my 3-inch for right now. And with any hope, or I can give it a little something here. Actually, it doesn't matter. I need very little, honestly. Some guys like the tub, or they'll like put insane amount of fender well in it, but I feel it's just excessive for nothing. I'm not using it, so it doesn't make sense why.
Why you would do that?
Yeah. At the same time, I look at this and I feel like this is just such a waste. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh.
Something doesn't feel right here. Yeah, something's ventured. I should have done more lines here. Let's do this to something. I think the roundness is pooping me here.
Messing you up a little bit.
Yeah. Not even getting straight. This is weird. It's like the more I look at this, the more I'm struggling with this. Should have done a tape line, I guess. Whatever. It'll be evenly screwed up on both pieces when I'm done. Because I'll use this as my pattern. Anyways, my thought is, it just seems like such a waste. I'm just using this, but because of the rest of it, I'm not. But I'm like, I've had these for how long? So I'm going to save them for what?
Might as well use them.
It's just, I have so much stuff. And I'll probably never use it if I just don't use it now.
That's right.
Instead of the hindsight. Okay, let me carve this up really quick. Let's see. Well, that's actually pretty good.
That looks pretty good to me.
I think it needs a little trimming because this piece here and stuff is off. So I'm not quite where I want to be, but that's okay. If I can take like a Sharpie or something, trace this, make this perfect, which will probably be different from side to side. Because if I go up, I have this big gap here, big gappage. But I'm going to transfer that to the other piece. The idea anyways is I want this, and then I basically have a way I can cut open so now my wheel can turn by itself. I might do it right there because it's actually going to come up. And that way I'll have, when I figure this out. Let's eyeball this here. That is good. Kind of hard to tell, but I think that's good. I'm just gonna grab a soapstone. Works better than a Sharpie to see. Could plasma this. So if I do that, when the floor goes in, it'll actually be here.
Ah, got it.
Kind of thing. So it's not like I'm gonna try to make a perfect fit or make this tuck in. I don't care that much. I think if it sits here, it'll be kind of strong. The tire will never get that high. So that's going to be here. It's under the floor. I don't want to go excessive because we're doing a step and stuff. So I'm going to kind of just go, we'll do some straightish dealio down there. I feel like I've got to change that. It looks okay there. It doesn't look okay over there.
Erase and start over.
Yeah, I have that option. Yeah, you could do all kinds of measuring, but to what?
Yeah.
I'm making this up as I go. So that one's going there, that one goes oh that far. So that gets me in this vicinity. That's not, well, it doesn't matter if I screwed up and I did that one, that's not the end of the world because, cool. All right, I'm gonna cut this piece because we'll see how this one fits over here.
Oh, I'm gonna come around.
Here I'll actually try to measure. I'll try to get a rough measurement where I put that. 21 and 3/8. They should be the same side to side. 21 and 3/8. We're about there. I lost my tape. I lost my soapstone. Let's do this. That way when I cut, this should just matchy match. If I screwed up, they'll be screwed up equally at least. Mint. Now trace this out and cut this one and plasma that one. Yes, please. So basically, I feel this one's right, so I'm just gonna follow tracey trace. Whatever I had going on here. Does it seem to work? As long as I go to the outside of the line, we should be same.
Should be good to go.
All right, nice and noisy. Just trying to dig everything out. I think for ease of everything, I'm just gonna plasma cut the inside, and you're not gonna see them, so we'll spark up this bad boy. Seems like we got a little overspray on everything here.
Thank you.
So the plan, we're gonna cut this. That way I'll know how much to cut my angle iron to make this work.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little excited about this.
Here's not happy because it's a double panel and I don't think it can reach all the way through. I think I need a new tip. She's not firing very clean. Not firing very clean.
Okay.
Let me swap this out really quick. Nothing lasts forever.
Nope.
So, it's pretty straightforward though. You have an inside gut and you have an outside gut. When these wear out, you can see how the tip goes all bunky. And then even this one.
Whoop.
Not that it's gonna matter, but you can see how everything's all wallowed out.
Oh wow.
Kind of weird. And when you compare it to new.
Let's see. Oh, good grief.
Hence the didn't the work so good.
Oh.
You can just tell because it just wasn't having. It's supposed to have like a nice little pilot, a nice little torpedo-looking end there, and we didn't have that.
Well, this time should work a little bit better.
Hope so. That should. It's kind of hard because it's like we can cut whatever, but there's like a gap between the plate that somebody welded on and that, and then I'm about to weld another plate on top of that one. And it's a good thing. It's just hot junk, kind of putting together here. All right, see how this goes. Now maybe I should have changed that before, because that is nightmare. Well, that's probably why. This wasn't working so good.
Oh, there you go.
Boy, that just seems so excessive. There's reasoning for it, though. There is reasoning. There, so it won't look so bad. That looks like I can just put monster truck tires on this thing. Alright. Well, this should work a lot better. I'm gonna burn some holes in my pants.
You want me to come on the other side?
Eh, whatever. Works for you. Wow, let that be a lesson to you. You gotta clean your tip boat. It works so much better. Oh. Minty. Cool. Put that to the side. Don't think I need that for a little while. So now the plan, now I can cut that angle iron. Now you can see I bought way too much of it, which is good because I need like that one piece will almost do everything. What I'm planning to do is I want to do this. I'm going to do a piece of angle across the front because I want to make one more mount here to hold this. And then this, like I say, I guess I can just go that high, but I'd rather keep it. Sounds dumb, but if I go that high, it's fine. I lose an inch of room.
So your inner fender is going to sit on top of that.
Yes, it's going to go here. It's actually the floor is going to go in here, and I'm going to trim the floor out. The inner fender is going to sit on top of the floor. Originally, I was going to do this, but I have to like raise it. I didn't want to do that. I want to sit them on these beams. So I'm going to go find my Sharpie, and I plan to cut this around where my fender lip is going to go because there's no point in doing this because I'm going to have to cut this out anyways. Even though it does clear my wheel.
Yep.
I'll grab my soapstone. We're going to make a bunch of pieces.
Where'd you put it?
I don't know.
Me neither.
Right here. I can't exactly fit that in my pocket because it won't stay in one piece.
Oh.
It's like a fancy
It's pretty
piece
brittle.
of chalk.
Okay.
And then I learned something Carl was mentioning. I didn't really know that. Like soapstone's kind of, you use it, but I guess if you were cutting with a torch, it doesn't burn away like Sharpie.
Oh, you're kidding.
So, let's see. Is my box square? Because this piece and this piece should be the same. It's kind of. All right. So, did I do that right? let's go right to my edge. So then I can cut 2 pieces, but I'm starting to think it's not perfect. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Is it close though?
Yes. That's all that matters.
That's
Can't really see both sides. And it doesn't have to be perfect.
Nope, I can't.
Yeah, I'm just making a mark. I'm making a mark.
All right.
Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I'm still new to this camera running game here. Mm-hmm. All right, let's move this over to the saw, do a little snip. Well, I'm amazed Buddy's letting me do this because he's usually any noise,
He's out of there.
we are interfering in his space,
Yeah.
right?
Good job,
We are
buddy.
usually not happy about anybody
That's pretty good.
hanging out in your space.
Nope.
Or is it
He
really
also-
that crappy out that you don't want?
No, the
it's pretty
sun's out
rare.
now. He just doesn't like really loud noises.
Pablo may just be deaf. Cool. Alrighty, and this one, much smaller, easier, and we'll go right to the edge. We'll mark that one. I'll mark this one because it seems like my trend, nothing's the same, so even though I calculated it with great measurement and extrude everything like that, just eyeballed it.
Yeah, that was extreme eyeballing.
Alright, I'll cut these 2 really quick. Which one's which here? This one goes there. This one goes there. Okay. Okay. Now we gotta do the one front piece. I'm gonna eventually, like Rolly said, I'm gonna notch these out. I don't think it's gonna be crazy if I do the thing on it. I think it's really pretty minor. Like a piece big enough, but you can see how my pipe goes up. I think I just gotta notch it out like that much. I ordered 1.5 inches. If I had ordered 1 inch, I could have done just this. I feel 1/2 inch is about right. I don't know. Yeah, like, you know, just whatever, guesstimating. Okay, anyways, my next plan here is, you can see this little gap. I'm gonna notch this pipe out just so it sits on the old, where the floor used to be.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think in the end, the floor is gonna go up 1.5 inches. That's all the bed I'm gonna really use. Anyways, now I'm gonna measure across here, because I'm gonna do this across the front.
Ah,
And then my floor gonna come in and just sit right on top of this thing.
gotcha.
And then off of here, I'll just make another gusset. The floor is pretty good, but you can see there's some
Oh,
flex in the front. So
just a tiny bit.
yeah, we're just gonna do something simple. I think I'll just like weld like a 2x2 onto here with a nut welded into it, and then I can kind of just, or I don't know how I'll do it, something like that, piece of channel angle, just to hold this thing. And if it's, yeah, 2x2 should be plenty.
Okay.
They kind of have it there, or yeah, maybe I'll come off the side, then it'll be the same as all these mounts. No, those aren't. Whatever, I'm just talking out loud.
Thinking out loud.
Yeah. So I'm going to, yeah, I'll measure this up. I'm going to cut this really quick, and then I'm going to come up with a game plan to do the inner fenders once I get the floor back in. So I'm going to commence the time lapse here. We're going to chooch through this front part, get things going. Yes.
Okay.
Semi cleaning up my mess. We got most of things in place, right?
Oh, hey, buddy.
Are you? Yeah, you're actually pretty much on time for supper. You can set my clock either an hour early or exactly to 4 o'clock.
Or if somebody shows up an hour after you fed them, it's dinner time again. That's
Right, buddy?
happened.
Anybody who feeds you will be supper time, right? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, where are you going?
Oh, just throwing some of my tools back
Okay.
here. Thanks, buddy. Thank you.
Buddy's helping.
By getting in my way. So I have to feed you first before I can do any work? Okay, I have to feed you first. Sure looks like it.
I'm hungry.
All right, I gotta feed him first, then we'll get back here. All right, the bed floor is in.
Yay.
I just have it held in with a few self-tappers. Next is, I guess we're gonna try to put these things in. And technically, when all the fenders go on, you won't see the big open mess that I made there. Kind of wondering if I went really aggressive here. Well, I mean, I based it on the fact that I'm gonna turn this thing into a dump truck, I guess, factoring in I can bottom my suspension out.
You're turning this into a dump truck?
No, I'm just saying. I was just saying in general, it's so, this is so tall. So what I did is the floor's in, I just screwed it down. I don't need it to do anything yet, as of anything. I'm not making it permanent. I can take it out. Maybe I want to put wood in. I don't know yet.
Yep.
But I want this to go down. I built this differently. So now I have to think this through. 'Cause this is actually,
Come around. Can't see you.
well, I don't know if I'm better off cutting off of this or sinking it through the floor. I should sink it into the floor.
You think?
Well, no, I don't think I'll ever actually. It's just the way I have it, it's excessive. I need to cut some of this off. I think I was going to put it lower and run it under the floor, but because I kind of want to just cut the floor, drop this down, and I can weld it. Be nice if I could make this tight, because if I don't want to keep it in here, I'll just seam seal it. I won't, I'll put a couple tacks. But if I had to take the floor out or do something, it's just going to be a bunch of screws, and in worst case, I'll bust a couple tack welds, and this thing can come out with the floor.
Yeah.
It'll be a permanent. This will be permanently attached to this, but I need to lose.
To the side, but not to the floor.
Yeah, I need to lose about this much off the bottom, kind of thing. We'll blindly. Well, I love doing things.
The
Here's my exact measurement. Actually,
level of accuracy we usually do.
yeah. Actually, I got a plan. That was pretty close. Like that's almost like masking tape width, with room for error. So if I run
That
that,
was pretty close.
yeah, like there's room for error after. The way I see it.
You like having that wiggle room?
Yeah, always gotta. When you're just coming up with ideas as you go, kind of need to.
On the fly.
Kind of need some room for Bobo.
Yeah.
Right, pup? Did you check all the food bowls? They're all good?
They just finished their dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Well, there's definitely something not right. It's mostly to do with this. I'm gonna put a new blade on my grinder and
Okay.
we'll try this again. Okay, we got a new blade. Somewhere along these steps I boboed. So let's get rid of some material and see what happens here. Let's get this cut. Whoa. We almost screwed up. We're close.
That looks pretty good, actually.
We're pretty close. I don't have much more room to fix this. We'll try around this little humpity hump. So I'd like to put some weld down there, but man, I'm close.
We're almost there, though.
Yeah, I'm almost got one. We are close. Gotta get it close. We got to fill some, do a little bit of filling with some weld there, but oh, that's actually,
That looks really tight.
yeah, it's as good as it's gonna get. I mean, I can take, let's see. Just had a little bit of a little open spot right there, so
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm gonna shave a little bit. I think in the attempt of making it better, I'll probably making it worse a little bit. All right, it is what it is right now because I can't cut it anymore.
I don't think you have any
Oh, it's like
leftover.
small. That looks good.
I know. I like it.
That is awesome. All right, I'm making a little marky poo in here because that is what we got to plasma. Plasma out.
Okay. I'm gonna get my glass. Well, those are my glasses.
I don't know where you put them.
Hang on a second. I found my
better?
glasses.
all of this. That's
That
like
is
minor.
perfect. Wow.
Okay. Well, I gotta repeat that. I'll do that really quick.
Okay.
And then we give it a couple zaps and we're good to go. Well, we recorded this before, but apparently all my audio screwed up. So, anyways, we fit. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna finish. Lower this first, and then I'm gonna clear snow. All right. Well, we're all done. Finished the floor. Good enough. I kind of boboed a little bit with some of the inner fender things, but we kind of zapped it in. I'm going to be able to, if I had to remove the floor, I can just bust a couple welds and then we can pull it out.
Turned out really nice though.
Yeah, I don't know. It's good enough. It's good enough for what it is. And I didn't lose a lot of depth. Although I did mount the box a lot higher than normal that would be on the trucks, but I feel that it looks weird when the box is like super low. It makes the cab look bigger. I think this in proportion looks better.
Yeah.
I kind of realized I went pretty aggressive with this. It didn't seem like it, but now the next part. Yeah, well, now the next part is basically mounting fenders. See, that's the thing. The way I did it makes my fenders look like they got to be monstrously high. But I don't like these either because I kind of want really big fenders. These just don't look right. So I'm a little stumped on that. Like, I don't like the idea of front fenders, but I might look for some because I like this swoop. But most front fenders, they come down, they don't have the right look. They kind of go away, and on a truck, the fender just comes square. So I don't know what I'm doing. I might find something, but we're almost there. Like I say, I got it going before.
Getting closer.
Some stuff sorted out. This is gonna be the big one. I'm gonna have to figure this out. There's a lot missing, and here's the other thing I'm a little worried about is this thing here is broken, and I don't know if I weld it, if that's gonna stay. I'm a little concerned about that.
Yeah.
Because the window works, so I'd like to keep it working. And I don't know. I gotta find a window frame. I think I have some, so I'm just gonna see if I have one that's similar. Maybe I can actually use a chunk out of it, or I'll just make it. I don't know, whatever. We'll figure it out.
It's pretty rotten.
It is excruciatingly rotten.
Yeah.
That's this was split, and then this is where the glass is supposed to sit in, right up here.
Yeah, that's not happening. Oh my goodness.
Anyways, I'm going to, I'm thinking, right buddy? I'm thinking that's what we're going to call this one. I mean, success, got the box. I just got to figure out fenders, because I need the fenders so I can figure out this splash apron part. Because when the fender goes on and whatever we're doing for a running board, I'm kind of digging the idea of maybe using wood, like a wooden running board. I kind of did that on my 49, that green Chevy.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
But then we can make this part, because we'll know how it all joins together, and finish the back part out.
Yep.
And then whatever, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm doing next. If I'm going to focus maybe on the interior a little bit, try to make my gauge cluster work.
There you go.
Would be very ideal. But yeah, I guess for now, I think that is where we are going to call this one. So, as always, folks, I want to thank you for watching, and we will catch you on the next one. Later.